I'm Mark Lampkin of Lampkin & Co Solicitors, and here at Lampkin's we've done many thousands of claims where people have had accidents in public places. Now that can be a trip or slip on the pavement or in a public place such as a shop. So if you've had that kind of accident, we're very experienced in dealing with those. Now you may have heard a lot of talk about slips and trips and the stigma about making those sorts of claims. Now remember, the media quite often will pander to insurance companies who want to suppress claims, and they try to make you feel guilty about making a claim of this sort of nature. I think that these accidents can be quite serious. We've dealt with lots and lots of these cases where elderly people have suffered broken bones that can destroy their lives. It is a valid area of claim, and it can often be caused by some inattention or just pure negligence by a shop or a multinational company. It's your right to claim for your rightful compensation. People often ask me, what's the difference between occupier's liability and public liability? Well, occupier's liability is where you have an accident on a piece of land or a property that's owned or occupied by somebody, quite often a shop or a retail premises, that sort of thing. The occupier has a duty to take such steps as are reasonable for the protection of their lawful visitors. So they need to have smooth floors and don't need to have sharp edges and that sort of thing. Public liability often encompasses where people have trips on the pavement and that kind of thing, where the highway's just not been maintained by the council. Now, accidents in public places are not just limited to slip, trips and falls. We have dealt with all sorts of accidents where people have had accidents on parks, on playgrounds. That quite often happens. Where people have sat on a chair in a waiting room and it's collapsed, that sort of thing. Sharp shelving in a retail premises. There's all sorts of places where you can have accidents caused by people's negligence. And if that happens to you, you should claim. Now, I'm often asked as well, what constitutes a public place? Now that can be anywhere really, from a supermarket, that's a public place where people have access to, a highway, so the pavement, that's a public place, a doctor's waiting room, dentist reception, anywhere really to where the public have access, where you're a lawful visitor, you're on there for a lawful purpose. Now, if your child's been injured in a public place, be it in a shop or on the highway, then we can help. We will ask a responsible adult to look after the child's financial and legal affairs, and that's normally the parent. It's very important that we deal with the child's case from start to finish, because any award or settlement that we achieve will have to be approved by a court. So we'll have to be there from day one right into that court proceedings. Now, you may have heard that it's notoriously difficult to make claims against a local authority. That's because the local authority can defend any of these claims if they can show that they've got a good system of inspection and repair. And to prove that, they produce vast computer documentation. We at Lampkin & Co have done many thousands of cases, and we get right into those documents to try and prove where the council may not have done what they've said they've done.